Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. Oh, this is the way we start our new day. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Man, I am excited to be here on this Thursday. You know how the show goes, man. You know what it is. You know what happens on the show. If you don't, you're about to be indoctrinated to a whole new world of ridiculous. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. It is See You in the Morning, man. The show where anything can happen at any time. You just got to be ready. Put your seatbelt on and ride with it. That's what you got to do. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back in and join us one more time, thank you so much. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. You could have started your day off any kind of way. I'm your choice today. You know, you could have had Dunkin' Donuts, could have had Starbucks, but you chose to be here. Interesting fact, Dunkin' Donuts sells more coffee than Starbucks. I know it's hard to believe. You would think Starbucks by a mile, because Starbucks is known for this coffee, but Dunkin' Donuts sells more coffee than Starbucks does. Now, I don't think of course, they sell more donuts than Starbucks, because Starbucks don't sell donuts. I don't know who sells more donuts, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts. Now, if we're going to get into a donut debate, I think I'm always going to go with a hot and ready Krispy Kreme over a Dunkin' Donut. I know Dunkin' Donut is more of a cake donut. Krispy Kreme is more of a donut. Whatever that may mean. I don't know what it's made of, but whatever. That you gotta, we talking donuts. And when we talking about donuts, like, it's not one of those fancy places. Now, those fancy places like your Duck Donuts, and my friend Candace went somewhere to a place that sells donuts the size of whole cakes, like sandwiches, and donut sandwiches. When you start going to those donuts that cost too much, those $700 donuts, like, I don't know why people pay that much for a donut. It's a donut. Donuts to me, 99 cents. And I think Krispy Kreme has gotten out of hand with their price on donuts. A donut shouldn't be more than about 99 cents. $1.50 at the most. Now, what, a dozen donuts is what, $436? You can't even do donut fundraisers no more. Donuts done got so expensive. And I don't know why the price of donuts is so high. That's what I'm on this morning. I'm on why is donuts. So why a donut so high? Nowadays, it's just cheaper to buy the little donut testicles from Dunkin' Donuts, the little balls that they sell, the little donut balls. Just get you some donut balls. They call them donut holes, but they can't be the holes because a hole is invisible. If I'm selling you donut holes, I'm selling you an invincible cup. And I guess donut balls just don't sound the same. Not everybody's flocking to buy balls. I mean, there's some people that do go out there to buy the balls, but everybody's not flocking to ball buying. If you're a ball buyer, I get it. That's your thing. You buy balls, but not me personally. Now, anyway, let's get into what the show's supposed to be about. The show's supposed to be about me speaking to people in the morning because they spoke to me. That's the only thing that happens that stays consistent on this show. So let me go ahead and give out those medals for the first three people that spoke, getting the silver medal this morning. Anytime, any place, Miss Michelle McKinney. Getting the silver this morning is the Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy, and winning the gold medal. GM for gold medal is Crystal TT Pinnell. TT's for tiny and tasty. They're like donut balls. They're tiny and tasty. I don't think we'll call you donut ball though. That's a name that'll catch on in the hood. We all seen donut ball. That's what they'll call you, and you'll be donut ball for the rest of your life. And then people are even short. You seen DB? No, they call you. I know a guy that they call Butterball. Not even a fat guy. They just call him Butterball, but that's neither here nor there. So TT with the gold. Oh, I'm racial TT. TT with the gold. Courtney with the silver. And Michelle with the bronze. And almost getting the medal, but not quite. My man Jamal Rucker, the only other long-suffering Bronco fan that I know, getting the aluminum fourth. Also in the building, Patricia Pippen. Good morning, Janice. Courtney said good morning the second time. I don't know why. She just reaffirmed her position. Bad. Keith Brown is in the building. My man Snoop is in the building this morning. Franita. Melissa's in the building. Crystal Sex Appeal. Faye Quita. I seen Faye Quita the other day. She grabbed me. She said, hey, it's me, Faye Quita. I was like, hey, Faye Quita. George Brown is in the building. Chuck and Doug. Carlita's in the building. Sandra. Keith Brown said Starbucks is overrated. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker. I know the drinks in Starbucks. Me now, I'm gonna tell you what. Right now, I'm all in on the medicine ball. I know they can't call it that because it has no medicinal purposes, but I'm all in on the medicine ball tea. That's the only thing I get from Starbucks. But I don't speak Starbuckian, so I don't even know how to go in and order. Y'all be getting venti lattes with a double pump of espresso. I can't do it. I'm still the person that reads the menu in Starbucks. I don't know. Then y'all know there's a secret menu, and then you be like, let me get pink drink. It's a lot happening. It's a lot. Good morning, Wendy. Wilberta's in the building. Jackie, what it do? Christine is in the building. Shamar said that Dunkin' is trash. It's a trash donut, huh? Okay. Rosetta. Ada's in the building. Good morning, Delisa. Good morning, Bree. How are you? Shannon. My man Dame is in the building. AT&T is working this morning, right? That's the first time ever. Good morning, Jeff. Man, you been gone, man. Texas, we ain't had our Texas representation. You in here. Venti medicine ball, no water. Yeah, I always get my medicine ball, no water, all lemonade, and I add like 7 pumps of peppermint. Look at this. Caramel frap, no whip, extra caramel drizzle. I don't want nobody drizzling nothing on me. Good morning, Lynette. Y'all doing too much when y'all go in. And that's really, Mo, what you just gave was really simple. But I know it's some people that go in, let me get a caramel frap, extra frap, no whip, medium whip, light whip with no sugar-free, caramel drizzle on the side in the middle. Like, what are we doing? I get mine that exact way. Well, first of all, let's just talk about how many calories y'all are drinking in the morning. If you're getting that caramel frap, no whip, extra caramel every morning, that's 2,000 calories per drink. That's a whole meal full of calories. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Let it go. Well, good morning. Good morning to everybody that's out there. Good morning. Now, I'm gonna tell you what. I hate. I'm gonna get into this conversation because I got a long conversation. I told y'all today we was gonna talk about something. I've been trying to be a little more serious, more real in what I'm talking about. So yesterday, I really realized something. Yesterday, I had somebody try to say that I never take black people's side. They were like, "You don't take black people's side. It'd be racism. You don't take black people's side." And I'd be like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I am black people. I take black people's side. I just don't agree that everything that people want to be racism is racism. Some stuff is a lot simpler than it's racism. People explain everything is racism. For example, I don't know. I can't blame racism on the difference between white and black grocery stores. White grocery stores are a beautiful place to go into. You ever go into a white grocery store, everything's always in there. Whole Foods is way different than the food line in the hood. The hood grocery store and the white grocery store, two different places. And we can call it racism. There's some elements of racism in there, but the rest of it is the restaurant the grocery store doing what it's supposed to do to serve its clients. People will be like, it's racism. They got the deodorant locked up in the black grocery store. That's not racism. That's reality. Sometimes racism is real. Racism is real, and reality is a completely different thing. They gotta lock up the detergent in there. Cause my man Crackhead Joe is stealing all of it, and he's selling it back to me at the barbershop. That's what's gonna happen. Crackhead Joe gonna steal all of it and sell it back to me at the barbershop. That's what's gonna happen. And 100 out of 100 times. Yes, they got it locked up in the black grocery store because the reality is it gets stolen. Racism versus reality. White grocery store is a marvelous place. Now you can call them food deserts, and the produce might not be as good in black. There could be an element of racism in there, or it could be that ain't nobody buying the produce in the black ones. The hood grocery store got all black bananas. You can't find a yellow banana in the black grocery store. They're already black. They already come in black. I saw it just yesterday. I just saw it on yesterday. I tried to go to Bojangles. I went to a black Bojangles. Line was through the roof. The movement was slow. Well, nobody was moving. I stood in line for 437 consecutive minutes and didn't move. I left and drove over to the white Bojangles and immediately was in. My biscuit was crisp. You gotta have crisp. I think you gotta have crisp biscuits. There should be an element of crispness to your biscuit. It ain't got to be crunchy all the way through, but give me just a little bit of the crisp on your biscuit. When I go to Bojangles, I want my biscuit to have a little bit of crisp to it. A little bit of crisp. Just a little bit. First of all, I'm eating Bojangles because Bojangles is delicious. Keith, I'm not saying black people are the only ones that steal. I know white people steal too. But the inventory loss in a lot of these white grocery stores is a lot less than in the black. Racism versus reality. You start adding up your numbers. You go to the white Walmart, go to the black Walmart. It's just a different place. You go in a white Walmart, it's hard to find a rotisserie chicken half eaten on aisle 7. I see it all the time, and I see it all the time in my black Walmart. I've seen more half-eaten rotisserie chickens in the toy aisle than I have anywhere else. Folks will walk right through black Walmart, make a sandwich. I done seen half open breads, meat, all that. I've seen it all. It is racism versus reality. I think what we do as a disservice is when we try to overlook reality and turn reality into racism. If the financial structure of America switched, then that truth will reverse too. And I want to believe that too. I want to believe that, sure, if all black people were rich, I still feel like even if all of us were rich, we'd find a way to be ridiculous. Because I think we sometimes value the wrong things. I think we sit there and we watch white proms versus black proms, two different proms, racism versus reality. White people go to the prom, they just put on a dress and they go. Put on a little tuxedo, put on a little dress. They get whatever's renting at Men's Warehouse, and they out. Black prom, they go into complete debt. Go to the prom. Your child got a 1.2 GPA and a $7,000 dress on going to the prom. You done rented pit bulls and a goat. Got them all kinds of fancy cars. The money a lot of us spend. And then what'll be crazy to me is I'll see somebody spend $12,000 on the prom and then be like, we had to send them to community college. We ain't had no money. What you mean? What you mean you ain't had no money? You had to send them to community college? You just spent $18,000 last week on the prom. You just did it. I saw it. Racism versus reality. I just saw it. You just spent $12 million on the prom and the graduation party. And then you be like, hey, well, you know, he had to go to community college, man. College is expensive. They couldn't go. Wait, how? How is this possible? Racism versus reality. That same white family be like, well, listen here, Charlotte. We got to prepare you for college. Your prom budget's going to be pretty low. And they all right with it. And sometimes they didn't have the grades and had to go to community college. But I seen both. Now, crime is an impoverished. Poor people gonna poor. And the poor people always gonna poor. I can't even lie to you. If you go the poor, wherever the poor area is and whatever the country is poor. Broke is broke. Broke ways, broke mentalities. If you're gonna be poor, you're gonna be poor. That's gonna happen no matter where you go. Poor people gotta make it away, but they gotta make a way. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Poor is gonna be poor. So some people be like, we gotta find joy in the moments that we can't find joy in. It's just different. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell y'all who started kindergarten and graduation. Pre-K, kindergarten. You got 17 graduations for 12 years of school. Started in the African American community. We started that mess. Kids over at Degrassi High, they just graduate one time. We gotta have graduation for every grade. We gotta have graduation. We putting the kids in a cap and gown in pre-K is ridiculous. They still gotta go to school next year. You got them in a cap and gown and he don't even know his colors. You gotta calm down. Racism versus reality. Good morning, Lashunda. Good morning, Candace. It's amazing that you turned in, Candace. We just got finished talking about you and the fact that you buy donuts the size of sandwiches. We said what I've seen the last few years in our community is ridiculous. It's too much. It's over the extreme top. We just be doing way too much sometimes. We just do too much. Racism versus reality. Kids be in Gucci shoes in September and their parents be at the book bag giveaway in August. That's crazy. I seen the event. The video, the mama went slam crazy because her son passed and he didn't get an award. She cussed everybody out in the thing. The principal was like, "Man, let's calm down. I can understand you being upset." And people be like, "Well, that baby was scarred for life. That baby wasn't scarred for no life. That baby was in kindergarten." You tell me right now you remember getting a certificate in kindergarten. I dare you. I dare you. Somebody come and tell me. You tell me when you remember receiving the kindergarten award. That award wasn't for the kid. That award for the mama. She wanted to show off. Maybe she never passed kindergarten. She got up and made a complete fool of herself. Walked around yelling and screaming and cussing. The principal did a great job of trying to maintain control. She just cussing because her baby didn't get a participation trophy. And as somebody who's worked in education and seen what happens a lot of those times in those award ceremonies and giving out stuff, the teacher's a whole human. Sometimes they forget a certificate. Sometimes it's just a matter of you going to the principal afterwards or the teacher after, "Hey, you forgot man. Oh my goodness, we forgot man. And you know what usually will happen if they forget man like that? They'll give man his own moment. Man will be the only one the next day at school, have a whole moment. They'll announce it all over the speaker system. Man becomes an instant celebrity. But they can't do that now because you done cussed everybody out and yanked man out of school. The redunculousness of it. Good morning, Brittany B. Michelle Rosario. If you're in the Portsmouth area this weekend, the beginning of the summer is always earmarked by the Yamoja Festival. Yamoja in Africa means turkey leg. And so the Turkey Leg Festival going down in Portsmouth on Friday, 6:30. Y'all can see B. Michelle as she takes the stage out there and performs. It's always an exciting, energetic performance. I'm going to try my very best to be out there to check it out. There's also some other amazing acts out there. So City of Portsmouth holding Umoja Festival this weekend. If you get a chance to go out there in Umoja. Umoja means unity. Okay, if you say so. I don't know. To me, Umoja sounds like something you catch. You're like, I got a bad case of Umoja. Stephanie Saunders is playing for the reception. Oh, my fault. I didn't know. I didn't see that publicly announced. So Stephanie Saunders, if you ever heard Stephanie, listen, she's so sexy. Stephanie played, she blows that horn. I'm gonna tell you that one thing. And that sounds, wait a minute, that sounded horrible. And I don't know about her horn blowing. Don't let me, I'm talking about the musical instrument. I can't just be out there. That's not how you introduce a lady. When you ever met Stephanie, boy, can she blow a horn? And you don't want people going left with that. I don't know about her personal horn blowing. I don't know how she horn blows. That's her personal business. I'm not in that, but I know musically she has a level of musicality that's amazing. Musicality. It's fantastic. So y'all go check Stephanie out if you at the reception. Kevin said I was in the band. We went left with it all the time. Yeah, you play a mean sax. We'll just leave it at that. But that even can go wrong. We'd be like, boy, if you're getting some sax from Stephanie, it's a good time. If you're getting Stephanie sax is the greatest. You be like, that's wrong. And then it's even like nobody plays sax like Stephanie. And then the guy's like, she's playing sax. Like, no, not that kind of sax. Saxophone. You know what you never hear about anybody playing a sousaphone? Some band instruments just never become instruments you can play as a solo artist. You ain't never heard nobody be like, boy, listen, did you hear that sousaphone solo? Nobody plays solo sousaphone. Nobody plays. It's really not a whole lot of flute solos. You ain't never been nowhere. Somebody like, I'm going to play the flute solo, coming in with a flute solo. Yeah, every now and again, you might get a trumpet. Now, that saxophone, that's a killer. The saxophone is a panty dropper instrument. You play a good saxophone, boy, you can get some draws every time. Well, not you, Stephanie. I mean, if you wanted to, because it's 2024, everybody has the option to do whatever they want to. But saxophone music gets them naked. You ain't never heard nobody have a whole bass drum career. You ain't never had no bass drum career. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you do is bass drumming. You ain't never heard nobody go solo with the bass drum. What up, JP? What up, though? But racism versus reality. Look, racism versus reality. Racism makes you believe white bands are garbage. If you ever you be like, white college bands are garbage. That's racism. We believe only black bands can get down. You ain't seen some of them bands in the Big Ten. University of Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, the $1 Million Band in Alabama. Y'all don't get it. No, those bands is real. Racism will make you believe that white bands are all playing Flight of the Bumblebee. Ohio State band is redunculous. Redunculous. If you ever seen them, redunculous. Harold said, I play the trumpet, but I'll hide my trumpet if I see Miss Saunders playing her sax. Yeah. Yeah. When Stephanie gets to go and ain't nobody go outblow her. Listen. And see, you gotta really get into a different career if you playing on that horn. Because every time you get hired, that's a blowjob. We got to really think that through, Stephanie. We got to work on something to call it. You're an instrument. You play an instrument. Oh, Michigan State. Oh, ridiculous. Racism versus reality. LSU marching band. I think it's back now. I think everybody plays neck now. I don't care if you black, white, or Asian band. I haven't really seen a predominantly Asian college band, but everybody plays Talking Out the Side of Your Neck. Now, sometimes we'll get a song and we'll jazz it up The ESPN theme song, boom, 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 boom. That boom, 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 boom. Like the bass line when they hit that jank. Bam, 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 boom, 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 bam. Yeah, everybody plays that. Everybody plays. That's just everybody plays that. But I think black bands jazzed up that ESPN theme song. That jank be rocking. The dancing girls be dancing girling. That jank be rocking. You say what you want to say. Racism versus reality. The reality is a lot of people playing a lot of it. Top 40 popular music. Not turtleneck. That's crazy. You got a lot going on. So racism versus reality. So I had a young lady tell me I don't ever stand up for black people, which I think is just ridiculous. I've always stood up for black people. I don't stand up a lot for black people on this particular show because I don't have on pants. So if I stand up for black people on this show, then it becomes R-rated. Now, black people, I ain't gonna lie to you. I said this when I did a show at HBCU. HBCU band is different. Like a lot of people don't pay attention to the game. I know a lot of people that go into HBCUs ain't never know the score of the game. They ain't played attention. They couldn't tell you 3 people that play on the football team. But the band, they in. They all in for the band. They all in for the band. The band is a different story. When you start going, band is just different. Band at black school HBCU band, that's a completely different. It's a whole phenomenon. If you go to a HBCU and you hear once you hear that you all in. But that initial listen. Once you hear that, boom, 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 the tuba section is always in. They start that song off, boom, 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 boom. That initial boom. Nobody does anything in high school anymore, especially in the region. Nobody does anything in high school anymore. Nobody going in a high school band. They just refuse it. It used to be cool to be in the band. Nobody wants to go in the band no more. It does depend on the state. It really is state to state, city to city. You still go down to Florida, Alabama, some of those places, they still heavy band. Now all the kids want to twerk and do all that kind of stuff. Like you can't get the real cheerleaders on your cheerleading team at school because they competitive cheerleading. Like we look at a lot of this stuff, man. Some of the stuff seems like kids don't want to do it. A lot of kids are doing it. Now everything's about chasing the money. People have moved to where the money is. Like we'll say, man, ain't no kids playing basketball, but a lot of kids don't want to play high school ball because they're playing AAU. You getting recruited by AAU, stuff like that. Here where we are now, bands are not what they used to be. Bands used to have 100, 150, every band. Everybody's band. Even the small bands were good. If I could just throw real shade, in my day, Israel Charles, they had 100 people in their band, good band. Manners band was good. Wilson's band was good. Crowdhouse band was trying. And Churchland's band, we just didn't pay attention to. Because they was out there playing Flight of the Unicorn and their feet never left the ground. I always knew when that band was going to be horrible when they rolled that xylophone out there. If they rolled a xylophone out there for your band, I already knew we won't about to have a good time. Once they roll that xylophone out there, like, yeah, this about to be some garbage. This about to be some garbage. Now, Churchland band now, they went and got so what Norfolk State has done a fantastic job, and I got to go ahead and give them credit for it is now Norfolk State's band has produced a lot of band directors. And so now they're going in. And so you're seeing the influence of Norfolk State on a lot of the local high school bands. And so now Churchland's band director is an alumni of Norfolk State, and he's darkened that band up. through the racism, there's a new reality over there. Pick your knees up. Get your feet off the ground when you march. So the whole racism versus reality situation came up. We started talking about Caitlin Clark. And people can't stand Caitlin Clark. Her team played last night. They lost again. She had a moderate game, but her team lost. And people keep saying she can't be that great. They keep losing. Michael Jordan was great for a long time. The Bulls lost. LeBron James has been great for a long time. LeBron James has been in the NBA 47 years, and out of 46 of those, he didn't win. Took him a long time before he started winning. Then did not deny his greatness. Now Caitlin Clark is in there, and she's great. And they were like, her team is 0-5. The team was bad last year. That's why she was the number one pick. You don't see teams go from being the number one pick to being the champs. It means you had a bad team. Her team's been bad for years. People forget that they picked Aaliyah Boston first the year beforehand. So that means they were a bad team the year before, picked up the top player in college and remained bad. And they remained bad. That's why they ended up again with the number one pick. So now people hate the fact that people recognize Caitlin Clark. They be like, it's racism. They only like her because she's white. Well, let's just be real. Let's be honest. Racism versus reality. The reality is the girl can ball. If she was black and could ball the way that she balled, they would be talking about a black girl that can ball. They're like, the media. Let me tell you something about the media. The media is about making money. The media supports Caitlin Clark because she can ball, and people want to watch her ball. I've seen them take visceral shots at her, call her a man, all kinds of stuff. The girl can ball. And what she's done for women's basketball is redunculous. Had a young lady yesterday try to tell me how it was racist. They only like her because she's white. They like her because she can ball. There's a lot of white basketball players in WNBA, but can't none of them ball like her. And like I told you, I said, you had 20 years to support WNBA. 20 years. And you ain't watch it. I knew I was in a useless conversation when she started talking about Colin Kaepernick. And she was like, it's so much racism in the WNBA. 81% of the players in the WNBA are black. Over 50% of the coaches in the WNBA are black, and over 30% of the governors, they don't call them owners. They're trying to move away from racist statements. Over 30% of the governors in the WNBA are black. WNBA is a very, very black league. The media, like I told people, the reason why you're even watching Caitlin Clark, the only reason a lot of people are watching WNBA is for Caitlin Clark. One or two ways. You either watching and paying attention so that you can hate her or you can love her. Either way, they win. The media is in the business of getting ratings and making money. They're not going to get behind nobody that's not polarizing. The media is not acting like she can play. The media is telling the truth. The girl can play. Like, you're not supporting the heavy racism in the WNBA. What heavy racism in the WNBA? You ain't even watched the WNBA. I've been in the WNBA. I've been watching WNBA. I've been watching women's basketball since Dawn Staley had an asymmetrical. I can go deep into women's basketball. Shamiqua Holesclaw of Tennessee, loved her. Pat Summitt, great job. When I was watching Pat Summitt, I wasn't really 100% sure what a lesbian was, but Pat Summitt was it. She had to be. I just knew she had a wife somewhere. Shamiqua Holesclaw, loved her. My first sports crush was Candace Parker. You can't tell me you're a grown man and around the age of 40, you didn't fall in love with Candace Parker. Candace Parker was amazing. It's something about that woman athlete. Let me say this. It's something about the delicate woman athlete. I ain't never been a real big fan of the woman's athlete that looks like she could be playing in the NBA. But the Skylar Diggins and the Candace Parkers, even the Leah Boston got a little cuteness to her. It's a rugged, cute, she's a big girl, but she cute. Give you something to look at. I ain't even gonna lie. I understand better what a lot of these women be going through. I know a lot of y'all women watch football. A lot of y'all women watch football to see the men, and y'all are checking out what they got going on in their crotch. I know that's why some of y'all watching, and it's okay. Some of y'all watch basketball because y'all want to see the man in a tight jersey. You're not following the ball, you following the balls. Lisa Leslie was amazing. Now, Lisa wasn't the most feminine. Lisa always looked weird when they try to soften Lisa up. Same thing with Cheryl. Cheryl Miller, first of all, Cheryl Miller and Reggie Miller, I think are really much the same person. I think that Reggie just sometimes put on a wig and pretended to be Cheryl. It's just different. Stephanie, ain't nothing wrong with a big. Listen, you get you a big girl. That big girl 11 is what you want. Get you one. You always know you'll never go hungry. Right? Y'all, have you ever seen Cheryl and Reggie in the same place? I watched a documentary on Cheryl and Reggie, and both of them were in different places. They won't never in the same living room. They were interviewing them from different rooms. Cheryl and Reggie ain't the same person. I understand brother and sister, but they look too much alike. Cheryl and Reggie the same person. And it's okay that they the same person. Reggie was Joanna man. And it's okay. Not mad at it. Not mad at what they got going on at all. Cheryl Swoop, same thing. Cheryl, now here's one of the things that the WNBA has done a much better job of how things have changed. The WNBA is going through a soft girl era. Let's go racism versus reality. The WNBA is going through a soft girl era. It was very difficult from a marketing place. When you start talking about the media, it was very difficult from a marketing perspective for them to find. There was something about what they just had going on. That original WNBA, it was a lot of handsome ladies out there, and it was hard to market handsome women. And just visually, you put a lot of them out there, and when they tried to soften them up, it just like it was strong. So now the WNBA has been like, hey, let's skew softer. And I'm gonna tell y'all when it started. It started with I can tell people who've been watching and not watching. It started with Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins was the very first one. If y'all know who Skylar Diggins was, when Skylar Diggins was at Notre Dame, guys was going crazy over Skylar Diggins. People was watching Skylar Diggins. They was like, wait a minute. Everybody was looking. They were like, oh, hold on. Skylar Diggins was getting the attention. That was even before Angel Reese became the Bayou Barbie. Now they looking at it and they're like, okay, all right, look, we got a lot of attention in this soft girl era. That soft girl era has really gotten them in there. To be honest, Angel Reese wasn't even the best at her position in college basketball, but Angel, because of her look, because of all the stuff that she did, people was really on that Angel Reese thing. That Bayou Barbie really worked out. It really worked out. It's been marketing. It's marketing. The WNBA has lost money every single year since it's been in existence. Every year they've lost money. So whenever they had this whole, they not getting paid fairly, they lose money every year. Any other business that loses money every year, you know what everybody would be getting paid? Nothing. You would be unemployed. So no, they're not making as much money as they make in the NBA. It's still not as marketable. But now, Indiana Fever get more people at their games than the Indiana Pacers. You gotta change the narrative. Angel Reese ain't been balling, and she's playing. She ain't been balling. It's a different level though. Angel Reese, so like if you watching the games, what Angel Reese has to do on her team, what Caitlin Clark has to do on her team, two different things. Angel Reese is barely playing half the game. Caitlin Clark is leading her team in minutes. Caitlin Clark has to play point guard, balls in her hand every time. She has to either make a decision or score. Angel Reese they don't really even run plays for Angel Reese. Angel Reese, they ask her, do what you do, be tall. She rebounds, put the ball back in the basket. She's still only doing that at like a 33% clip. She's not shooting the ball well from the field. Caitlin playing for the whole team. Angel just is a part of the team. It's different. Like Denzel said, they just got finished playing. College season ended like what, 37 seconds ago? It's two different styles. You gotta watch. And so like a lot of these opinions, I watch people when people make opinions on sports. It comes from a lot of people that have no idea what sports are. I had people be like, "Look, Caitlin Clark is failing. She's top 15 in the WNBA in both points and assists. It's not a fail in your rookie year." This lady can try to tell me that's because she's played more games than other people. Dodo, that's not how they do leaders in sports. Not in basketball. It's by your average. It's not by how many total points you score. It's by your average. Yes, she's played more games than other people. That's because she's been a media darling. They made her play 5 games and everybody else in the league has played 3. Her team has played 5 already. And it's going by average. It's not by how many total points she scored, by average. And if you play more games, you have a chance for your average to be a little bit lower. I try to explain to her. If I say if I only played 1 game and I scored 30 points, I'm averaging 30 points a game. And then I realized I get in these conversations with people who don't know anything about sports. I'm like, stop having conversations with people who picks who's gonna win by who got the most fierce mascot. Well, if it's the Bears versus the Lions, I think a lion will beat a bear in a fight. So give me the Lions. I'm not even 100% sure who wins that fight, a lion or a bear. Bears are pretty strong, agile. Lions as well. I guess comes down to the size of the lion and then what kind of bear is it? Are we talking brown bear? Are we talking polar bear? I mean, if we're talking a polar bear, then is the lion fighting the polar bear on its home field? I think if you take a lion and put it out there in the Antarctic, I think that polar bear is winning simply because the lion is not used to the snow. It's not an environment that it's used to fighting in. When you take that bear and put it out in the savannah, that bear ain't supposed to be out there. There's no trees. Coca-Cola bears are cute, but they're killers. Y'all keep thinking that the Coca-Cola bears are cute. They look cute when you look at them on TV, but you get out in the wild with a polar bear. First of all, polar bears are lying. Polar bears, now that's racism versus reality. Racism makes you believe that polar bears are white. Reality is they're yellow. They are yellow. Racism versus reality. You gotta know there's a difference. There's a difference between racism and reality. Racism in the animal kingdom has far, far too long been real. You see how you thought those white bears were cute? Coca-Cola bear. Coca-Cola bear is cute. They got one bear running through Greenbrier, and everybody wants to shut down school because it's a black bear. Everybody loves doves. Nobody loves crows. Everybody loves a dove. See, that's racism. Everybody loves doves. Nobody loves a crow. Everybody loves doves. Nobody loves crows. Real talk. There's 2 birds that you can never have in the same area because they hate each other viscerally. You can never have a crow and an owl in the same place. Crows and owls are like Bloods and Crips. If a crow sees an owl, it's on sight every time. Every time. You put a crow and an owl in the same place, they finna fight to the death. Every time. Y'all go look it up. Doves, not doves. Nobody cares about doves except at funerals and weddings. They out there releasing doves. I don't know when we got away from just throwing some rice out there. Now they releasing doves. Shannon, you got to look it up. Owls and crows, they will not. Now, that's the thing. Owls are terrible. If it's one-on-one, the owl is winning every time. An owl will eat a crow baby. But what happens is crows will jump the owl. The owl will be flying off. He'll be like, all right, man, what I got to do today? Oh, man, I got to run by the tree. Got to get this. He by himself, he look up, and it'd be like 20 crows out there. They be like, ha, gotcha. What you doing on our turf? And it's done. I'm releasing peacocks at my funeral. You're not going to be releasing anything at your funeral because you're not going to be there. I mean, you'll be there, but you ain't going to be there. You can't release them. Somebody will release them for you, not you. That's just how that's gonna go. I'm releasing peacocks. You ain't releasing nothing at the funeral. That's just how that goes. You can put in your will that somebody does, but where you gonna find peacocks at the last minute? You're gonna have a slow, timely death if you want us to get peacocks in enough time. You got to put them. They be on back order. Peacocks is gonna be. You just be like peacocks, and then you got to make sure somebody is real specific when they do it. Because if I'm at the funeral and somebody's like, "All right, everybody, let the cocks out," it's gonna be completely different because I'm taking pants out. Seagulls, completely different story. Nobody likes seagulls. Seagulls are horrible people. Seagulls. Now they always talk about pigeons being rats with wings, but seagulls are horrible. Seagull, you drop a piece of food by a seagull, and it's crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you what. I've never been racist before, really. Racism versus reality. But let me tell you something. If I could send a group back to their country, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I say this all the time. I know this sounds racist, might get me canceled, but I want all of them sent back to their country. They don't belong here, and since they've been here, they've been nothing but a menace, and I'm sick of them. And that's Canadian geese. Canadian geese. I want them all back. I want them all back to Canada. They serve no purpose. They pooping everywhere. They having their little geese babies and walking around. They hissing. They holding up traffic. Why are they here? This is not Canada. Go back to Canada. I don't even think there's any Canadian geese in Canada. I think they just all come down here. And they don't care what. They'll be all in your yard, all in the streets. I can't stand it. I can't stand Canadian geese. I don't even know if geese come from other countries. I don't know if we have American geese, but we do. I need the American geese to stand up and join the I need some geese Republicans to use their racist way. Build a wall. Now, if you want my vote in the next upcoming election, tell me what you're gonna do about the geese problem in America. Because I'm tired of it. They poop anywhere, and for them to eat so much grass, that poop comes out so solid, so strong. Somebody drove over a whole flock of them the other day, as they should. Waka flocka. Get them out of here. They look at you like, why should I move? They had a whole block. Ain't nothing worse than you running late for work and ain't no traffic moving. You're like, what's going on up there? Is it a bus? Is it a funeral? And there's some geese in the road. And there's always some good Samaritan that'll hold everybody up. Get rid of them. Get rid of the geese. The geese have got to go. Geese have got to go. News, weather, and sports. We're almost at summertime because Memorial Day is happening. I think Memorial Day always let us know. Memorial Day always lets us know that the summer is officially here once Memorial Day hits. So Memorial Day is coming. So it might be hot. It was hot yesterday, so you never know what'll happen. In sports last night, the Dallas Mavericks won their first game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 108-105. Kyrie Irving had an amazing game. He played really well. I'm just going to say it was amazing. I only watched like the first quarter and a half. No late games, they be killing me. Plus, yesterday I was really, really tired, so I didn't do a whole lot of watching of sports. News, weather, Memorial Day is Monday, whatever. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yo, listen. Those Canadian geese, they'll attack. I seen them attack a young lady before. Now, the geese will go on trial and say that it was just protecting his eggs. She wasn't even near the eggs. She had to go out there and fight them with a broom. I saw it. The young lady was in terrible shape. She was out there fighting with a broom, a camera in one hand, a broom in the other, fighting off a goose. It was ridiculous. They hiss like a snake. The goose get his neck all big and When the goose goes gay, you already know it's a problem. When they keep their little necks in and blah, but when they start going gay and then saying all their S sounds, you gotta watch. You gotta watch yourself. Good morning, Z. You all right? You good? Word of the day. Let's get a word of the day, and we'll find out what it is. One of the word of the day is goose. The word of the day is panoply. Panoply is a formal word that refers to a group or collection that is impressive either because of its size or because it includes so many different kinds of people or things. The new website offers shoppers a panoply of snack food, soft drinks, and other treats from around the world. Panoply. That's a good word. A panoply. A cornucopia. A panoply. Okay, I could deal with a panoply. That's what a charcuterie board is. When you get yourself a good charcuterie board, it's a panoply of meats and cheeses. Now, I don't know why everybody's all into charcuterie boards all of a sudden. There used to be a time when ain't nobody have them. You just throw your meats and cheese anyway. Panoply. 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 Z, you act like you ain't never been nowhere and they had a charcuterie board. Everybody gets those charcuterie boards nowadays. You used to have your meats. You just used to slap your meat. You used to get them. People had them all the time. It's just it is just, we gotten fancy. Racism versus reality. People used to roll up. You used to always be able to go. You go to a wedding or a funeral. You always used to be able to get somebody that will go down to the deli, get a few pounds of the different deli meats. You roll them up and put a toothpick in them, and you slap them out there. That was your panoply of meats and cheeses. That's what a charcuterie board is. Now everybody puts them on the little cutting boards, and they got to look all a certain kind of way. You got to cut one of the meats into a rose. And then the lady that's single, she be looking at that meat rose in the middle, and she just be moist the whole time because there's a meat rose. Like, ooh, meat rose. It reminds her of what she got going on back at home. We used to call it a snack tray. That's exactly what we used to call it. Now it's a charcuterie board. I don't even know where people do it. And then y'all be going out here buying all these exotic cheeses, and nobody care about the cheese. Nobody cares about the cheese. It's all about your meat. What meats are you slapping in your mouth? That's what people care about. They care about your meats. People put them little, if you ever go somewhere, the cheese will go if it's nothing else. But when you go places and they got that little fruit tray, the first thing that's going is the grapes and the strawberries. Grapes, strawberries, first thing's going. You can put all them other fruits on there if you want to. You can slap watermelon on there. Honeydew is a highly overlooked melon. The honeydew melon is probably the best melon that you want. The honeydew is good. Now, watermelon, of course, is a standard, but that honeydew, people go for cantaloupe over honeydew, and I don't understand you people. I don't understand the people that prefer the cantaloupe over the honeydew. And honeydew is what you want. Now, Mo, I don't know what you're talking about when you say watermelon is nasty. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. If you telling me that you prefer, you don't like watermelon, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, see, Dominic, that means if you asking about soft mints and peanuts, that means you've been in church all your life. I don't think anybody's doing that on purpose anymore. I don't think anybody is intentionally pulling out soft mints and peanuts. They put that in the same container. And see, now, if you got a charcuterie board and you got peanuts and peppermints, you putting these zesty nuts in your mouth. See how that felt? You don't want that. You don't want to have zesty nut breath. That changes the entire service. Yeah, that changes the entire service. You don't want those zesty nuts. Don't give me no zesty nuts. Don't offer them to me. You offer me no zesty nuts. You don't want that shit. Yeah, yeah. No diddy. Yeah, those nuts is super zesty. That is our diddy. That is dum diddy. But that's that. I mean, Tina was a great mix back when we didn't know any better. Now you probably just like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Last thing, so I can get on up out of here. Yesterday, I violate all my own HIPAA. I violate my own HIPAA. I told y'all day before yesterday, I went to the orthopedist. He was just in there. He just showed me my knee. It was just a cornucopia, a panoply of injuries in my right knee. There's a whole panoply of injuries in my right knee. The meniscus is torn, cartilage is gone. So he ends up giving me a shot of cortisone in the knee. And so the knee feels new. It's new knee Thursday. The knee feels like a whole new knee. I'm like, okay. I can rock with what this knee is doing right now. That's a good job. Yeah, there's a panoply of injuries in that knee. Now, the next day, yes, that was Tuesday. So then Wednesday, ain't no replacement. He said I ain't doing the replacement. He said I ain't in the place for a knee replacement. He said, no, we ain't looking at a replacement. He was like, we're gonna look at it for about 90 days after we put the cortisone in there. We're gonna go back in, look at it one more time, and then we'll decide if we need to go do ortho and go in there and shape it up and clean it out. I like if it's dirty in there, clean it. Clean it. Put some mints and peanuts in there. I don't care. Make it clean. Give me a zest knee. Let me be zest kneed. So, but right now it feels great. It's a great feeling knee. I'm ready to get in. I'm ready to get in and get in a behind kicking contest. I'm ready. Let me get in there. This knee feels fresh. So that's the knee. So that was Tuesday. The Wednesday I had to go to my cardiologist, and that's the serious one. Like I can deal without a knee. I'll be fine. You can take a knee out. I only get one heart. I got two knees. I don't even care about the knees really. Like the knees is knees. But I had to go to the heart doctor, the cardiologist. I went to a new heart doctor, got a black guy. Dr. Newby is his name. Dr. Newby did a fantastic job. Met with him on yesterday. I can get a new heart, but they harder to get. And you got to wait for somebody to die to get a new heart. I guess you got to wait for somebody to die to get a new knee too. But they can just give you a total knee replacement. They can go in and give you one of those knees. I know some people that got both of them done. I went to Dr. Newby on yesterday, man, fantastic job. So we went in. If y'all know anything, you got RF. It's your fraction rate for your heart. Your heart's supposed to be going at like 60. So before, my heart was a little less than that. And so they were really concerned and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if they was really concerned because my doctor before didn't tell me anything. So I have no idea whether he was concerned or not. He just told me I was fat, told me to go eat a salad. And I was like, I didn't know I was coming to see Dr. No. But Dr. Newby and I went in. He told me I'm doing really good, got good progress. That my heart is at, they say a good function is at 60. Mine's at 61. So I was like, look at me getting the passing grade. Go heart out here functioning correctly. So my heart's now functioning correctly. It's still a little stiff in there. He said, I got a stiffy. I said, that's not why I wanted it, sir. I'm going to be stiff. Let it be down low. Let it be down low. But he was like, I got a little stiffness in there. So he got a plan for my stiffness. He took me off of one of my medications. He's like, we're going to take you off that medication. So we're going to be working. And so we're getting his heart going the right way. Because I can't see it. That's the problem with the heart. I don't know what's happening. I be trying to look at it, but I can't see it. I tried to the other day, I put my nipples up to the mirror as close as I could just to see if I could get some heart view. But I can't. I don't know if I put a little tiny hole in my nipple, I could see. But no, I didn't. I won't able to. So heart function is good. Took me off of one of my medications. Doing pretty good with the blood pressure. So yeah. So we working. He told me, he's like, look, I got a plan. What the big thing was, you know, I was looking at it and I was going through a lot and I was real nervous. And he went and looked at my EKG and stuff. And he was like, man, this ain't nothing. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, it ain't nothing. And I was like, all right, that'll work. So when he felt good about it, I felt good about it. He's like, man, this ain't nothing. And there's a guy that see hearts all the time. So he was like, we good. So yeah, so there we go. That's where we at with the heart. That don't mean that I can go out now and just start drinking liquor and and running with wild white women, I'm still trying to keep myself under control. So still gotta maintain, still gotta do some of the things that I've been doing. I might have to go inside of a gym. So Gary, if you see me, Gary be seeing me in the gym. He don't even speak. I see Gary in the gym. He be so busy working out. He's like, oh man, this dude is too small for me to speak to in public. So he don't speak to me when he see me. But and I know I can't work out with Marsha because Marsha's a grown man in the gym. So I can't work out with her. But anybody ever want to go lift some baby weights, you let me know. And don't nobody be offering me no water aerobics either, because that's not for men. I actually looked it up on the internet. And I was like, is water aerobics for men? And Google just sent back a laughing emoji. So no, it's not for men. So that's it. But you know, keep working, man. You put in the work, man. A lot of times it'll pay off for you. That's all I got on that. I'm going there and eat me some air for breakfast. Maybe some Honey Nut Cheerios. That's the part. I don't know what Honey Nut is, but anyway, that's what bees give you, I guess. I guess you get that from male bees. When male bees have sex, it ends up with Honey Nut. All right, I'm out. Ooh, Apple Jacks is hot. Listen, that's a high quality cereal. People sleep on Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks was a high quality, not Apple Dapples. Now, I didn't never eat the Apple Dapples. I know they was in there, but Apple Jacks is a high quality overlooked cereal. People don't get into Apple Jacks the way that they used to, that they should. Apple Jacks is a high quality cereal. Now, any of the Krispies, garbage. Rice, cocoa. Once you hit them with any kind of moisture, they shrivel up. They not made for the battle. You don't want to go in the battle with a Rice Krispie or Cocoa Krispie. It's gonna wilt up on you immediately. But that Apple Jack stays strong. That and Captain Crunch, they stay strong. Frosted Flake is a maturity cereal. Frosted Flake is a midlife crisis cereal. You're not ready to go all the way to Special K or any of the oat-based cereals. Yeah, not quinoa. You don't want this quinoa for breakfast. Corn Pops tell me you have no maturity. Corn Pops means you're still a child. Crunch Berries, okay, we can go with those. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, of course, is the coup de grace of all cereals. I put that up against anything. Shredded wheat tells me that you already ready to cash in your 401k. If you out there eating shredded wheat on purpose, I think you got digestive issues. Yeah, if you're eating shredded wheat and grape nuts, I think you got some problems. I think you trying to deal with some health issues. And that's all I'm thinking. We're not going to turn this into a cereal conversation. I was almost out on time, and y'all want to start talking about cereal. Man, it's Thursday. Have a great day. The weekend is almost here, man. Hey, make sure you make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Until tomorrow, I'm out.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again.